So I look like shit, and I just wanted to kind of make a quick video. I actually have a lot to say. I wanted to make more than a quick video. I just realized there's still a bunch of stuff in the back of my mom's fan. I just realized something totally huge last night, because I've been stressing out about, for the magazine and for the film festival, because I deal with agriculture, the big time, kind of like my Christmas time if I were Santa, is the summer, because that's when all the farms are harvesting, and that's when all this, wine events are and things like that. And I usually, the last couple of years since COVID, I've been doing this outdoor movie nights at like wineries and farms and stuff. And I really enjoy it. I do. I love sitting there. There's moments where, the grapevines are surrounding us, and there's like 50 people sitting in camping chairs, and it's dark, and we just have the flicker of the movie on the inflatable screen. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, I'm so glad that I'm a part of this. I'm so glad that I'm a facilitator of this. And I'm just so glad. This is amazing. And so this year, we were going to do it again. And my first thought about it was, I don't want to do it this year. I need a summer off. I need time to heal and work on some other areas of my life that have been neglected. And I just was really strong about that. And then when I told one of the locations, which is like one of my favorite locations, she was like, oh no, I really wanted us to do it. And then the way she was saying that, I was like, yeah, I did too. Oh my God. So then I just like, okay, let's just figure it out. Let's just do this. So then I was like pushing through, which is what I do. So I was like pushing through. I was figuring out what movie titles we were going to do, what night of the month we were going to do it. And I was figuring out, coordinating my travel schedule and like how it'll all work out with everything else. And also there's other events like Lavender Festival that I'll probably be at, and open farm days. And, there's like different events in the area that I would be at, either helping coordinate or as a vendor, with a table or a booth and talking about the magazine or whatever. Okay. Everything in my body was screaming at me to not do anything this summer. I mean, it was intense. And I even promised myself last year that I wouldn't do anything this summer. I remember all summer going, I can't do this again next summer, because it's very, very hot. And there's a lot of factors. So I was like, I can't do this again next summer. I'm gonna see if I can hold this camera from this side. Okay. And of course, what did I end up doing? I started planning it. So I was doing all these little plans and all this stuff. And I was just like, why do I do this? Why? So I was starting to get a lot of anxiety about it. Because, I just don't have time anymore or creative energy to like film projects or write. These are things that are very important to my soul. Like, I need that. I also want to go back to school. There's a lot of things I want to do. So I'm just kind of like, I think if like inspiration, creativity were endless, and we could just do, should I turn this? I don't know. We could just do whatever and however, and I'm not sure how I look, but, if we could just do things forever and there never be any consequences or whatever, of course I would totally do it, because I really liked it. But in life, we have to make these like hard decisions. And I was just like avoiding that, because I was like, no, I can do it. But something in me was having so much angst. And then the fact that I was talking about my burnout so much lately, like, in the last video, when I had enough video of the drive with the clouds and the sky to tell two stories. The first one was the origin of sky life, which made sense because I was looking at a sky life type sky. But then when I thought of the second one, and I was like, oh, I'm going to talk about burnout. I was like, why do I keep wanting to talk about burnout? Like the origins of it, and like, what am I doing? And then I just kind of, it all started to like make sense to me. Another thing was, I was trying to clear off memory off of this phone. And so I was looking through old videos to try to see which ones I could delete that maybe I've already transferred somewhere or whatever. And I found one from February 2022 where before I launched the magazine, and I was talking about how I didn't want to get trapped and how I wanted to keep my creativity like flowing and open. And everything that I talked about in that video is basically what's happening now, and like how I feel creatively kind of trapped every month, kind of doing the same thing intensely, and I just feel like I'm kind of in the ocean being knocked around, and the waves are coming, and then I'm being slammed into the rocks, and it's like I can't think about what inspiration I have or what's next because I have these obligations. And the place that pulls from me is the same place that I would come up with creative ideas. So it's a trade-off. It's like literally a trade-off. It's not like I can, I don't know. It's not like I can have both in this situation. When it comes to creativity and energy, there really is a limit, especially when it's ongoing. It's been, in May, it was a year that that the magazine's been operating, and I'm the only one that does it. I have people who help me mail them to the subscribers and deliver them to the free locations, but I am the one who does all the sales, all the invoicing, all of the creative design, layout, writing articles. A lot of the photos in there are mine. Like, it's just like, cool. Oh my God, what have I got myself into? My arm is killing me, so I'm trying to do this. I need to get one of those. My hair's on top of my head, by the way, but I need to get one of those things I used to have in my car where it like hooks onto the thing. But anyways, so I just finally had this realization that I can't do summer events this year. I need to listen to myself. And if I were in a car accident, that would just be what it is, and people would have to just adjust to that. Or if I was diagnosed with an illness, everyone would just have to roll with that. And yet this is the precursor to that. And I know that. I know that this is me before I get to that point, and probably right before I get to that point, because it's like your body and your spirit will kind of, if you can't stop something, your body or your spirit will help you stop. And that's what it felt. I felt like that's serious. And so finally I realized last night I cannot do anything this summer other than reroute that energy into my own self-care. And that's really important to me. And if anyone has a problem with that, then that's their issue. Like, that's their expectations. That's something that they want. I never promised anything. I wasn't even, I was right at the precipice of having to kind of make those decisions permanent, because it was like I was going to be putting ads out. I was going to, lease the movies. You know what I mean? Like, there were like real things that were going to need to happen like right now. That's why the pressure was on. So I'm proud of myself that I finally listened to myself. I feel a lot better. My energy feels lighter. There's still a few things I need to tweak. There's a couple big projects I need to clear out of my to-do list. And then I will breathe easier and feel a lot better. But I've been feeling very, very stressed out and kind of trapped and like forced to have a strong and high level of output of creativity. And I don't like that. I like my creativity to be from an inspired place, but I have learned to be more more hardworking about it, like not be such a prima donna about my inspiration and be like, I must be inspired. Like, I've learned to just push through when I'm not inspired. And like Dapo says, you go through, you go off of instinct and off of what you've learned and what you know. And that's true. And that is what happened. And you can grow that part of yourself. And it's actually pretty cool. And I like it. But I want to get back to like being creative on a deep level like this, more from a place of true inspiration, something really deep in me. So I'm making some adjustments in my life so I can kind of reroute some of my life energy into healing myself and building myself back up again. So if you're going through that right now, I just want to tell you, so am I, twinsies. And that's probably why you were drawn to this video. And yeah, do what you have to do to take care of yourself, because it's very, very important. And I'm learning that too. It's so hard to learn that, isn't it? It's crazy. You're like, well, how many times do I have to learn this? I desperately need my hair done. But anyways, I realized I just drove to the store, and I just realized I didn't finish telling you, I don't think, the story. I mean, what I learned from all this. The thing is that I've cleared my schedule. I'm not doing any summer events. I'm putting all that energy into myself. I feel like now that I'm saying it, I feel like I have said it. Well, anyways, the point is that, yeah, so I know I may have disappointed somebody, but that's okay. I need to be okay with that and be okay with them being disappointed, because I have to do this for myself. It's so hard to do it, and I just want to say, like, in the moment, it's really hard, and I don't know why it's so hard, you know, but it's like I'm building this brand, and I feel like I'm pushing these boulders up a hill, and then to just stop and sit down and have some tea feels kind of weird. But you got to do what you got to do, and whatever happens is whatever happens. And this is not flimsy. I've been going like crazy since COVID, and I have to take a break from this kind of thing. I just do, because I have my annual film festival. What I'm talking about is summer movie nights, which is in the summer we do popular movies outdoors. We screen them at like farms and ranches and wineries. Well, that's what I'm not going to do, and other kinds of events, being a vendor. But my annual film festival, the Ag and Art Film Festival, is happening in September in Vacaville, California, and we're having our 5th year. I have films from all over the world, and I pair it with events, you know, kind of celebrating local food and local wine. So it's agandartfilmfestival.com in case you're interested. The link is in the description. If you have a film, we're still accepting films until July 25th. So there's still plenty of time, and the festival's September 13th to the 17th. That's a really weird place to walk. There's like a way better place over there, but okay, whatever. Anyways, so yeah, that's it. And I just want to say that, and that's this video. So thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. And I hope you're listening to your own intuition and your inner guidance. We all have inner guidance. I've been wanting to say this to you. We all have inner guidance. The first step is to know that. A lot of people don't even know that, which is shocking to me. We all have inner guidance. And the second part is how to discern what is guidance or what is fear or what is expectations we think are coming from society or our families or from what we think we should be based on something, wherever we got that from. So being able to tell the difference between that or the one that is actually guidance, a big way to kind of tell is listening to your body, because our bodies really do kind of speak to us. And yeah, so anyways, thank you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.